Rick Muhammad, Brawler Sports
Hold
Media.
on a second, wait for the mic.
Rick Muhammad, Brawler Sports Media. Who would you like to fight next?
Anybody. I'll fight anybody.
Charlo?
Anybody. I said anybody. I love to fight Charlo. Anybody.
Let's go, champ.
All right, who's next? Right here, Kenny.
First of all, congrats to you and your team. Hey, you heard him in the first round there, Hammer. You know, what did you see in the first round that you took advantage of?
I utilized my jab. You know, I stood patient. You know, I wasn't trying to go out there and just, you know, get rid of him in the first round. If I could have, I would have. But, you know, I got boxing skills, so I wanted to put my boxing skills on him, use my jab, line him with the jab, and then let my shots just roll off of the jab. And when I touched him to the body in the first round, I hit him with straight up to the body. I heard him run. And then I was like, you know, I could hurt him to the body, so I just got to mix it up and confuse him a little bit, go up and down. And, you know, by the 6th round, we was able to get him out with the body shot.
Steve Gradino, Carolina Sports. Congratulations.
Where you at?
That was quite. It seemed like you definitely hurt him to the body a lot, and then there was a point where it seemed like maybe he might have buzzed you a little bit. Were you a little rock there for one of those?
Boxing. It's boxing. You get buzzed. He hit me with a clean shot. It wasn't nothing that was going to take me out or nothing, but, you know, I got hit with a good shot. I recovered well. I'm in shape, so I just came back and just, you know, weathered the storm.
And just quickly speak on just Kevin Cunningham's just impact on your career. I mean, you're like undefeated with him.
Yeah, I mean, he's had a big impact on my career. We've been working. We just, you know, we don't take no shortcuts. He's a zero-tolerance trainer. So, you know, and I'm learning a lot, you know. I'm learning a lot while I'm in the gym. I'm not just going in there putting in work, heavy work. You know, we're working harder and we're working smarter. So, you know, we draw up a game plan and we come out here and perform. So we was able to do that tonight, and I'm happy with the W.
Great fight,
Especially
champ.
the
Great
knockout.
fight.
Any more questions?
More questions for Erickson Lubin?
Hammer, what did you think of Tank's win?
That shit was impressive. Take the dog. Take a fucking dog, man. He definitely put on for Atlanta.
Very good.
What did Rosario say to you after the fight?
I couldn't understand him.
Okay.
What was it to, like, you know, get this win and have support coming from Orlando and all over here in State Farm Arena?
I mean, you know, Atlanta got, you know, a nice crowd, you know, full of my people. So it was definitely great to fight in front of, you know, a packed crowd like this, especially after COVID, the pandemic. So, you know, I'm just thankful. I'm blessed. You know, I'm ready to work. I'm ready to keep getting better and taking the bigger fights and become a champion.
Now, you talk about, you know, taking bigger fights. I know that you had, you know, your fight with Jamel Charlo before. And I know that you want him again, but if he's unsuccessful in his next fight, how about, you know, going for that undisputed?
You know, I'll fight anybody, man. I've been saying this from day one. Ever since I turned pro, I'll fight anybody. So that's not even a question. You know, I'm ready to fight whoever. I'm always in the gym. I'm always working. I'm gonna keep getting better. Keep giving these boys fits.
More questions for Erickson Lubin? Yes, not. Congratulations, Erickson Lubin, Kevin Cunningham. Congratulations, Hammer Time. Now I want to turn it over to the man who's always probably the best dressed man in the room, Leonard Ellerby, the CEO of Mayweather Promotions. Leonard?
Thank you. I want to thank everyone for coming out tonight. Wow, what a great fight. This is what it's all about. Pay-per-view. 16,570 in attendance tonight. Another Tank Davis sellout.
Yes, sir.
It gets no bigger than this. It gets no bigger than this. And you couldn't have done it without all the fans, without all their support around the world. I'm thanking all the media for their continued support. Mario Barrios. Can't say enough about him. I told you guys that he was tough.
Yeah.
Told you guys he was tough and it was going to be a great fight. But that's what it is when you're chasing greatness. You know, as Troy kept on saying, this is what you got to do. You know, we're very, very proud of Tank. You know, because these kind of fights, you learn. You learn a lot from going through these kind of fights because, you know, these opponents, they're going to come out in tip-top condition and they're going to give their all because they know what to expect coming from the other side. You know, and Tank, He's just gotta continue to work hard, continue to listen to his team. You know, like me and Floyd was just having a conversation. You know, he's chasing greatness. You know, and I can't thank Floyd enough, you know, because Floyd is guiding him throughout his career and got him to this point, and there's no stopping him. There's no stopping him. So I'd like to bring Floyd up to say a few words.
Let's go, champ.
I thought I was chilling over here.
Nah, you're gonna put that promoter hat on just for a few champs.
I'm gonna wait for Tank. Let's wait for Tank.
Any other questions for me?
Wait for the mic if you had a question.
Just raise your hand.
Just raise your hand and, we'll get to the mic.
Congratulations, great performance, great show.
Man, that nervous energy, just, you know, I just wanted him to be able to finish. You know, but again, Barrios, he's a tough Mexican warrior, and he came to fight, and he gave the fans a great show, and that's what it's all about.
Linda. Yeah, both fighters before the fight said fireworks. What was it to actually see that they actually delivered in this fight?
Well, again, you know, at this level, you don't talk about it, you be about it. And that's why both guys stepped up to the plate and did a masterful job and gave the fans exactly what they wanted to see. So just give this young man a great...
Let's go, champ. The champ is here.
I want to say thank everybody for coming out. Tonight is amazing. We did it again. Thank you, Al Hammond, you know, New York Promotion Floyd, personal team, Atlanta, Baltimore, everybody that, you know, watched Showtime, everybody that came out tonight. Thank y'all. Yeah, watch me. I'm thankful. I'm thankful to be in this position. Thank you to be here, you know, to soak it all in.
Any questions?
Tank, can you talk to us about what's going through your mind in the 8th round on the first knockdown?
I just had to catch him. You know, he was tough. You know, it was tough getting to him, I want to say. You know, he was tall. Yeah, long enough to reach the line, so it was tough getting to him, but once I got to him, you know, that's what we got the job done.
Champ, Rick Bond, Bravo Sports Media. At any time, the left hook that he caught you with, did it hurt you, or was it just like a flash shot?
Nah, he hit me in the back of my head. That stung a little bit, but other than that, it wasn't really. That's why I was nervous. Like he's 140, so I wasn't trying to get caught too clean.
Right.
So when he actually caught me, I was thinking like, is he throwing it soft or he trying to bait me in? You know, so that's what I was thinking the whole night. Yeah.
Champ, in one of the recent interviews you had with Coach Calvin and Coach Kenny on the Rise podcast, you talked about family and the importance of family. One of the things being from West Baltimore, you found family in the gym with Coach Calvin and Coach Kenny. You talked about that.
Just, you know, we've been coming up, we all been close, you know, these guys took me in when I ain't had no father and things like that, so, you know, it was great, you know, I got big enough, you know, I had to move my camp to Vegas and, you know, extended my family with, you know, New York promotion and things like that. We keep the family, you know, everybody, you know, had that disagreements, but at the end of the day, we family.
That's right.
Tank, Scotty White, World Combat Sports. First of all, a 10 on the landing, you know, to close out your victory with the backflip off the top rope. You know what I'm saying? That was amazing. But more so, you stepping into 140. How did that power feel to you transferring to the heavy sweaty of your career?
You seen it, didn't you?
Yeah? I was just asking, you know.
I mean, it was
like you was having fun in there.
Yeah, I definitely was having fun. It was a great night of boxing. You know, I definitely was nervous the whole night because I didn't know if I catch him, would I hurt him, or if he catch me, would he hurt me? You know, he had on 8 ounces, and you know I was going up 2 weeks later, so my mind was, you know, my coach and them was, even Floyd was telling me in person, but I'm like, I don't know, like I don't want to get caught, you know, so I laid back the whole fight, but. And then, I think it was like the 8th or 9th Floyd came to me and was like, you down, you know, you down on the scorecards.
No, you down on the unofficial.
Oh, unofficial, yes, unofficial.
Unofficial.
Yes, you said that, yes. He said I was down on the unofficial
So I
scorecard,
said,
so
I told you that pick it up.
pick it up, yes.
I said, pick it up.
He showed you great.
The 11th, I said, show me your great. And then, we fought the 10th round, went to the 11th. I said, we gonna press his ass now. We're gonna do what we got to do. We pressed him, we did what we had to do. And I told you from the beginning, before we went out there, no matter what weight class you go to, once you hit with that equalizer, you're gonna find out what it really is.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Your tank, over here. You were like landing those left hands over the course of the fight, but the right hook was the difference, led to that first knockdown, and you didn't have an answer to that. What did you see from him that like opened it up for that right hook to land and land hard?
I didn't even see it. My coach saying it. I think it was Calvin or Kenny, one of them was like, his hook, I throw the hook is right there. But I was so focused on throwing my left hand and get away from his right hand. So he told me to throw the hook, and I was like, I was tight nervous that then I just threw it. I stepped to the, like I was going to my left, but I faked him and threw my hook, you know, so he was off guard.
He
So
walked
I
right into
caught
it.
him. He walked right into it.
Yeah, what did Barrios do anything early on to surprise you?
No. It was basically me just trying to figure him out and see what he do good. You know, that's what I was doing. I was basically trying to figure him out. You know, so I didn't want to overdo it and wind up getting caught because I didn't know what he was bringing to the table. So that's basically I didn't get him out of there because of myself early. You know, so that's basically what it was. If I knew he was soft, I would have got him out of there.
And you said in the ring after that you don't necessarily know what you want next, that you rely on your team. Is there anything at all of where you'd like to either fight next as far as 130 or 35? Anything at all?
This team gonna take care of it. You know, I mean, our thing is this, you know, we work smart. So everything in-house. They work with promotions, PBC. I mean, we all one family, so, I mean, we're not gonna go nowhere and the other company, so we got plenty of fighters. It's at 140, 135, 130, the fighters that we got to fight. Only that rush. And at the end of the day, I want to enjoy his victory. I mean, I'm just happy to be a part, you know, of him building his legacy. I can remember when I was on the Canelo team, I don't know exactly how old was you.
Probably like 16.
16 years old.
I was younger than that.
I don't know how old he was exactly. But then, you know, I signed this phone and told him it's to the future champ. We got together, I remember we was out in Miami. You know, when I signed him, riding on the yacht. Told him, don't worry. In a couple years, you'll be world champion. We'll win titles in numerous weight classes. I did what I said I was gonna do. As long as you keep winning, there's no limit to how far we can go.
Great. Go down, KR's right here. Congrats, champ. You dropped him twice in the 8 to the head, and then you dropped him again later to the body. Did you kind of feel that maybe his body was softening up a little bit? Maybe you need to switch up the game plan?
No, my coach told me to go to the body, and then I went to the body. But you know, when you got somebody hurt, you know, you be trying to heal it. So he brought me back to myself, like go to the body, you know. So I went to the body, and that's why I caught him.
I also noticed that there was a point of the fight where you just kind of started walking him down, and it was a little strange seeing, you know, like the smaller guy walking down the bigger man. Why'd you do that?
Because, you know, going into the fight, not going into the fight, just like warming up, it was like he touched me a little pat, and I guess they was counting it, so I thought when like it gotta be like flush. So they were saying I was down, so I'm like, damn, I'm down. Like, but he was, yeah, he was, you know, outworking me because he wasn't throwing like big shots. He was just basically what Leo was doing. So, my team and, told me to pick it up, and that's what I did,
Tank, congratulations. Tonight was your coming out party as one of the best pound for pound fighters in the world, 3-division champion.
Yeah.
Did it sink in yet?
I always, just take it a day at a time. I'm thankful to be in this position again. I'm ready for the next step. Ready to, get back in the gym. Definitely continue to run and stuff like that. Get back to Vegas and start training more. Just happy to be here.
Leonard's gonna be mad at me for the next question. 147?
Not right now. Not right now. I let Floyd take over that.
He gonna be able to eventually move up. I was at in 96. I was actually 96. I fought at 2 weight classes. And I looked as I was 125, but later on that year I moved to 130. So he jumped a little bit faster than I jumped. I gradually moved up. Because I was at 130 for I think I don't know how many years. Then I gradually moved up to 35, 40, and 47, and 54. I don't think he had a fight at 54. He picked up weight. He picked up a lot of weight, so he couldn't go up. He probably feel good and strong at 140.
Tank, this is Dana from the Baltimore Afro-American newspaper. We are so proud of you in Baltimore. And you have been poured into by so many people. How can you recommend that others in West Baltimore can be poured into?
What you mean by that?
You've been supported by so many people.
Supportive. I could just say thank you. It wasn't overnight, Baltimore's watched me grow, so I'm definitely grateful to have them behind me. A lot of people, they leave that city and forget where they come from, but, even though, when I get to Baltimore, it's always drama, but I'm thankful for, the support that Baltimore always showed me. I'm thankful for, my team, period, my city back, and just everybody that support me all around the world, and, I want to continue doing great things so I can be able to get that support.
Tank, another great night at State Farm Arena, another sellout here in Atlanta. Can you talk to me about the crowd and performing once again in Atlanta?
I didn't really look into the crowd this time. I was so into the fight, but I was watching some. He tried to sound me back when I was in the amateur. He was talking trash, but just happy to be here, man. Happy that everybody,
One more question.
that came out. Thank you to Atlanta, Baltimore, and whoever else came out. Again, thank you Al Heyman, thank you Mayweather Promotion, thank you, Floyd for sure, Leonard Edderby, team, my city, Showtime, everybody that bought pay-per-view. I'm just grateful, man.
Thank you, champ.
Yeah, thank you.
My man.
Appreciate it.
Just a reminder, the replay of the pay-per-view, the main event will be on Showtime, 6 p.m. Pacific, 9 p.m. Eastern this coming Saturday. And we will also be doing the Emmy Award-winning epilogue, which takes you behind the scene in the locker room, inside fight night. So even if you saw the pay-per-view, you're going to see stuff that you haven't seen. Again, 6 p.m. Pacific, 9
I love you,
p.m.
Tank.
9 p.m. on Showtime.
I love you so much, Tank.
Were you surprised he got up?
No, he's 140.
Hey, I'm not gonna lie, because I never seen him. I actually never seen the kid in person. So when I got in the ring, I was looking, he came and I'm like, damn. Big. Gonna fight at 154? He was bigger than Logan Paul.
Any more questions?
I think that's it, man.
Thank you.
Good work. Big round of applause.
Correct.
Calvin, congrats, man.
Bring him up, boy.
Look over there left for showtime. Got it. Thanks, Steven.
You going down here, folks?
Kenny, who's paying you $1,000? Who's paying you $1,000?
Champ tied.
Steven, I've been telling people he's special. He's a special talent.
So I was going to be in the building, post-press conference.
No, a crowd, a knockout, a win.
Mayweather promotion, Tank Day, hell of a knockout. All right, sir.
Thank you.
Barrios look bigger than Logan Floyd.
No, my feet hurt so bad, I just can't.
Yeah, we're good. We're good, Bob.
All we care about is results. All we care You know, I do a fake fight, you know how they legalized sparring.
Facts.
For life. That's
No lies, Tony.
Leonard, we saw you in the ring right after, man. You looked so excited. I thought you were about to do a backflip.
Man, it's just, again, you know, when you invest into your fighters. But I'm that way from Sandtown, Charlotte, to this. It's like, man, we love our fighters, man. We truly, like, this is, we have a passion for it. This is real for us. You know what I mean? It's like, you have nervous energy because you have the best for you guys. My boys.
They got me trapped up there. They got a helicopter, I got money. Get the helicopter over there.
Right?
Right. All you got is jet. I need a helicopter.
It was a great night. See, this is what happens when I tell people, I said, Gervonta Davis is the most exciting fighter in the sport. I'm just not blowing smoke on you guys' ass. I mean,
Am I the best bank robber?
oh, yeah. No doubt about that. There's no doubt about that.
I don't know nobody in sports. That's my age. That can still step up like that.
No doubt. No doubt.
Close up for it.
This is what it's about. When you fight on paper, man, this is how you continue to make your fan base grow. And people will continue to support you. Who will not? Tell me what fans out there will not pay for Gervonta Davis for the next fight. You know what I mean?
Sold out, they will.
They know. No, I'm not just talking about the in arena. I'm just talking about the fans, not here. And we're truly appreciative for everything that James does. Again, this is how you become the best from the start. You give the fans exactly what they want to see.
Fight of the year, then? This was a fight, brother.
Yeah, I had to go back and take it. You know, being ringside, you can't see a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
You know,
It was a great fight.
it was a great fight. You know, there's a lot of back and forth, give and take.
Yeah.
You know, and again, I told you guys that he was tough.
He was tough.
I told you guys that he was tough. But see, the whole thing is just about, you know, all that negativity. We don't do that shit over here. We're not about that. That's why we don't care what people say. We have a plan, and nobody's gonna stop us from doing our plan. Keep that focus. We locked in, and we gotta do it.
Leonard, so the plan is just to move back down to 135?
We don't know.
We don't know yet?
We don't know what we're doing. We don't know what we're doing. And see, remember, I told you, we let these other promoters get out there and do all that.
What's up, baby?
You know what I'm saying?
You came back home.
Yeah, oh yeah.
You came back home. You said, I got you. That's right. You know what I'm saying? You came back home. You said, I here with you.
Come on in.
You know, and that's what it's about. Again, staying focused. We working when everybody else is sleeping. When they working, we're working too. You're never gonna be able to outwork us. And we got the best team in boxing. You know what I'm saying? Top to bottom. And so we always gonna have that. You know what I'm saying? And it's like we're gonna dictate the terms. This is what it's about. We worked hard to get to this point. You know, so that's why all that noise, get out there talking about this guy, we don't worry about that. We fight all these guys in due time, one by one, but we can't fight them all in one night. Mario, again, I told you guys, I said, name me 130 pounder, put a win in there, and fucking dealt with Barrios. Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
2 weeks. Not one.
Hey, Lenny,
Give that man his flowers.
you was spot on about him being a tough opponent. You was absolutely spot on about that.
Listen, I'm just not selling the fight. I'm telling you the truth. I told you guys it was going to be a great fight.
Yeah.
And told you that none of this was going to be easy. And we expected Barrios he was going to bring it. I said all of that, didn't I?
Yep. What about the card overall, the action that you had over in
It's an
the...
incredible card. Once again, PBC, Mayweather Promotions, we delivered. Once again, this is what it's all about.
And that finish
Leonard,
by
talk
Lubin.
about Steve Farhood's card on Showtime. I want to say it was even going into the 11th after the 2 knockdowns in the 8th.
Probably was. Probably was. Tank giving away a few of the earlier rounds because of his inactivity. You know, and again, so that's what happened. That's what happened. But he gained invaluable experience from this kind of fight. You know what I'm saying? It's like even tactfully, you get better and better each fight, and all of these fights are learning experiences, and it just helps you further and further down the line.
Ringside, did you feel it was close the way Steve Farhood? Were you kind of like, this is getting?
We were down. I know we were down at one point. I know we were down. And that's what Floyd told me when I mentioned before. Said we down. I'm watching, so I see it. You got to pick it up. And I know Tank was figuring them out, and eventually he would close the gap and get to him. But you can't just. And I'm not saying he was just giving away rounds. It's just like, when the guy, he's not really doing nothing, meaning like hurting you or anything, but he's scoring. He's scoring.
Hey, Leonard,
What would you say was Tank's biggest adjustment?
Going to the body. Calvin had said, Floyd had said the same thing, and start touching him to the body and quit head hunting. You start touching him to the body, what's going down, and then you see he came out. Yeah, he came out, he dropped him with a body shot.
Hey, Leonard, Loma also got a stoppage tonight,
Oh,
and Bob recently said that he would be open to making that fight. Is that just lip service?
They supposed to say whatever they say, and all that's good. All them guys can get in line. If they get their number called, whatever, then that's so be it. We're not focused on any fighters. We focus on what we got to do. And when we decide who's gonna fight, we'll let you guys know, and whoever we decide to fight, we'll announce.
From the last fight to this fight, the crowd was amazing. Atlanta, you have to come back at least about once or twice a year at least, to give us that boxing love down here.
Atlanta is a beautiful, beautiful city, and we had talked about this before. It's one of the most beautiful cities in our that we have, and they've been extremely supportive. I mean, when you walked into the arena, when Tank walked out, you could just feel the energy. You could just feel it. And it was just such a great feeling. And again, 16,570. Let me repeat that. 16,570. Of his own people. You know what I'm saying? That's incredible. That's incredible. And again, Atlanta has continued to show that we will come back down here very soon.
Absolutely. Leonard, any chance of Tank headlining a fight in Baltimore in his hometown?
Of course. We're going to weigh the options on where we want to go. There were 2 mayors of 2 different cities that just were talking to me ringside, wanting to come down here. People, why wouldn't any city want to open their arms up to the most exciting fighter in the entire sport?
Would you guys ever be down to host another fight in San Antonio at the Alamo Dome?
Most definitely.
Okay.
If the situation presents itself and it makes the most business sense, the fans in San Antonio were great when we fought Leo Santa Cruz down there on Halloween. It was tremendous support. Obviously, the crowd, we had to socially distance, but if we got to the limit of what we had scaled down for socially distance for the fans, it was great. And we love the support down there. Tank has a lot of Hispanic fans too. I want to be clear. He just don't have African American fans. Tank has a lot of Hispanic fans. He has a lot of white fans. He has all kinds of fans, and that's because he's a great champion. And he gives the fans exactly what they want to see. There's no other fighter out there that's doing that like he's doing that. And I can't say that enough. And this is what it's about. He's the one that's bringing excitement really back to the sport. You know what I'm saying? Now when people, they hear his name and say, that kid right there, he delivers. He delivers. And every moment, that's why he's like, ooh, ah, ooh, ah. Because, you know, the shots, he's looking to get you out of there. And see, it's tough if you're an opponent. Because I couldn't imagine being in the ring with this kid and the mental pressure that he puts on you. You know what I mean? That's just like, and them shots are coming 100 miles an hour, and he's ready, you know, he's walking you down. You know, we saw the little guy walking the big guy down, just like we did 3 weeks ago. You know,
In Miami.
Got a different result on this one, but obviously that was an exhibition. And the guy I weighed more about 50 pounds. When he came in the ring tonight, when Flo was standing there, Flo was like, what fucking weight is he fighting? He's like, this big as hell. I said, you know he's a 40 pounder. I said, but he looked probably like 65 tonight. He could have been.
Yeah, he was big.
I don't know what he weighed tonight, but he was huge. He was huge. He was huge. But I give him so much credit. You know, he was tough. He was tough. He's a warrior. He's a warrior. And I said it. I expected that. I knew he has a great trainer, Virgil Hunter, and I know he was going to be fully prepared to be able to get the job done with Tank. And it was a lot of back and forth, you know. But I knew that eventually Tank was going to be able to catch up.
Were you surprised how tough he was, Mario Barrios?
Nope, I was not surprised. I told you guys. Michelle, didn't keep on saying, but y'all just like, oh, he's just trying to sell a fight. Now, my job is to do that also, but I'm telling you the truth. This guy, he's tough as nails, and I knew that again. Imagine this. Imagine if we'd had a different result. What would have been the headline then? No, it was just more so that he was more busier, but Tank was thinking the whole time, setting him up. He was obviously a lot slower than Tank, and Tank was just trying to time him. And lure him in. Tank could have been a little more active, touching the body, but he broke him down. And he listened to Coach Calvin. And he started saying, touch him to the body, put him in, touch him to the body. And we seen when he came out that next round, it was early in the round, I don't even know how early it was, but then he dropped him with a body shot. You know, but again, this guy, he was tough. He was not going to quit. He was not going to quit. And that's what you want with, you know, a warrior. He was like, I'm not going to lay down. I'm not going to lay down. Tank's got to make him quit.
Hey, Tank being the,
40 pounds. He obviously looked very good. He took the power well, got the knockout. Are you guys maybe going to give more consideration to the staying at 140 pounds?
I don't know. We take each fight. We're going to make the biggest fight that are possible and fight the best opponents that are out there. You know, not weight class specific. If there's an opponent that makes the most sense, you know, if it's a big fight that the fans want to see, we'll do it. If it's somebody at 35, we'll do it. If it could possibly be somebody at 30, we'll do it. We don't know. We have everybody wants to fight him. Everybody wants to fight. So we're not short of opportunity.
There's obviously in the 30 in the several fights that people want to see. Might be realistic.
Well, I don't know what's next. But all of those guys, again, he's 26 years old. He's going to fight those guys because guess what? We ain't going nowhere. So if they're winning, we winning. We're going to fight the biggest and best fights out there. But we're going to dictate the terms when we do that. Just because somebody say, oh, this guy and that guy, it's like a lot of them guys, they're good fighters, but I'm telling you, you're going to be surprised. One of these guys you probably talking about going to get beat soon. I'm telling you this. I see what's going on. You know, so it might be somebody else might move into that position. You say, okay, well, he was the guy, the dark horse. The dark horse, he came out of nowhere. Again, it's like the fans want to see great fights. They want to see fight great fighters. and the fight say, if the fans say, okay, this guy's the top fighter, he's the best fighter.
Obviously, Taylor's the best fighter in 24 right now. He's the undisputed champion. What do you think about potentially making that fight?
He's an excellent fighter. He's an excellent fighter. He can't draw shit in the United States. He can't draw shit. And see, that's a problem. That's a problem. The only way that's a huge fight if you do something over there, and it's like, and again, it's that whatever we decide, we'll let you guys know. But again, I'm just being honest. If you ask the 16,570 in that building tonight, I guarantee you, I said earlier, it might have been 100 people, it probably would have been 70 people when they even heard of them. And I guarantee you, the 70 people would have been included in this media room, my staff, the Showtime staff, and that's probably, yes, yes. Because the 16,570 in that building, they came to see Tank Davis. They came to see Tank Davis just like any of these other cities that we go to. And see, just because you guys say that this guy's, it's like, again, people want to see big fights and they want to come and support them. You know, I don't know who's going to fight. I don't know, but it'll be somebody who's good. That's for sure. It needs to be somebody who's the top guy.
After making 140, you know, it's obviously easier to do that. Do you see him fighting at 130 again, or would that be different?
If the situation presents itself and it makes the most sense, and we sit down, meet for it, and Al and Tank, and talk about it, you know, if it makes the most sense, you know, we're going to do whatever's best for him, and we come to a consensus. Tank's gonna be fighting again definitely this year. Oh yeah, before the end of the year. He'll be back. I mean, who wouldn't want to see this guy? Who would pay to go see this guy?
I got every time.
You know what I mean? It's like, again, there's not one fan who left this arena tonight or who tuned in on pay-per-views around the world who wasn't excited and wanted to see him again.
Was pressing for the knockout? You know. He wanted that knockout, right?
Oh, he can't say he won.
He said, hey, I moved up 2 weight classes. He asked him if he would have been disappointed if he didn't knock him out. He said, well, I moved up 2 weight classes, so kind of disappointed. But he wanted that knockout, though, as far as you can tell.
Of course, I mean, he wants to knock everybody. Yeah, I mean, he wants to. But again, he puts that pressure on himself, and it's really not pressure because he just does what he does. And again, it's not. It's like again, and Tank could be way better than what he was tonight. I guarantee you that. This wasn't his best performance, believe it or not.
What did you see? Because he seemed disappointed with his performance a little bit based on what he said.
Well, no, because again, that's what I love about him because he wants to continue to get better. He knows he can get better. And that's when you get starting to be satisfied with your performance. How can you get better? You know, he wants to continue to challenge himself, listen to his team, and get better. Each and every fight, and he's going to do that. You know, he learned something from the Leo Santa Cruz fight that he was able to use in this fight, and he'll take something from this fight right here because this is at 26 years old when you fight. See, because there's a lot of pressure because there are a lot of other things that are involved when you become a pay-per-view fighter. There's nobody out there selling out arenas. You know what I'm saying? That's why his pay scale is different. He makes more money than all of those guys, and probably all 4 of them combined, all 3 of them guys combined. Real talk. Absolutely, absolutely. When you listen, I'm sure that when we do the numbers, I'm sure that he definitely. Damn near probably tripled the growth probably from the last fight. Definitely doubled it. You know what I mean? Who the hell out there is doing that? And a guy who y'all say oh, this guy wasn't even I mean, and I understand that, you know, that, oh, these a secondary champion. It's like these fans, man, don't give a shit about that. They want to go in there and just fight the best guys and give them excitement. Because again, the fans in attendance tonight, I guarantee you, if you quiz the guys that are coming outside the arena and you ask them, how many titles have Tank won? I don't know. Oh my God, I told you guys, he's an incredible young fighter and he's on a mission. But you also gotta give Rosario credit, especially in the earlier rounds. You know, Lubin was figuring him out, and again, Lubin has one of the top coaches out there in the game, and you know, Kev gives him great advice and he pushes him in camp. And that kid, he'll probably be back in the gym on Tuesday. You know what I'm saying? That's just the mentality that he has. And he's chasing greatness, and he wants to obviously, you know, he wants to be in a position to fight the winner of the Cassiano fight in Mel Charlo. You know?
What does it say about him, Leonard, that he clearly could have taken a lesser fight than this, a less dangerous fight? He's number one contender already.
Great point. Great point. Because guys like that, they're different. He's chasing greatness. And like he said, he wants to be all the top guys that are out there. He wants to be all the top guys that are out there. And when you look around, how many guys want to do that? And like you said, he's risking, you know, his mandatory position. He don't give a shit about that. He wants to be able to put Rosario on his resume, you know, and it's another good fighter that he's beaten. And on top of that, he's gaining more and more experience. You know, he's tough, he's dangerous too.
Thank you, Leonard.
Do you think Tank is strictly a pay-per-view fighter?
Strictly a pay-per-view fighter? Sir, are you kidding me? You kidding me, right? No, once you become a pay-per-view fighter, there's no turning back. There's no turning. This guy, you see what he's doing. You know, with all due respect. You know, he's just, he's the most exciting fighter in the sport. So, he's a pay-per-view fighter, and he shows you that. Again, look at the attendance. You know, and then, but the pay-per-view, being a pay-per-view fighter is a process. I want to be clear about that. It's a process. And it's a slow grinding process. Because I guarantee you the numbers will be better than what his last fight was. In his next fight, the numbers will be better. You don't just go out there and do 40 Mayweather's numbers overnight, because guess what? He didn't start out that way. Our first pay-per-view fight, I think we did 360 with Gotti. You know what I mean? And then the next fight, we got a little better. Again, it's like Tank is building a base around the world, you know, and people, every time that he goes out there, he delivers. And that's what people pay their money and want to see. That's what they, so again, I say, if you're a buying customer out there, would you want to pay to see him again?
Being in the DC area, how about
Thank you.
Oh, shit.
One, two, three. Another one. One, two, three.
Oh, you just popped it back in?
No, I have reviewed it, but I congratulate you.
Hey Tracy, okay, I'm coming with you. Yeah. No, that's
Showtime people said they were.
I didn't remember. Good meeting. You go work into that was a real workout. Real workout. Yeah. Man, we talked about 20 Oh, okay. So what was I doing? Oh. They didn't tell you? That's pretty good. Oh, yes, sir. Well, yeah, I'll be there. I'll be there during the 5 week for sure. Right, no, well, kind of. I'm leaving at 7, so I'm actually getting home and getting my stuff to basketball. Yeah, I'll make it. All right, man, take care.
I'll call you when I get back to that.
Dominique. And your base here? And where else?
Hey, I heard your son.
Hey, man, keep working with this guy, man.
Switch the guy you need, so that's my late addict. This is a car EPA picture. Runs all the operations and everything that we do, that you attend. So, likewise. Hey, boss. How are you? Good. Okay, you guys ready?
I'm 6 or no, shit was 10 minutes away.
Oh, because of the internet.
Yeah, I mean, my shit was spotty all day.
Huh?
My internet's been slow.
I always used to say that I was terrible at charging my batteries, but I know something.
I tried mine, mine's that.
I feel like I go through the equipment so fast.
I'll be right back.
You want hot mic?
No. yes, a hot mic.
You don't even tell nobody, see?
Bro, if you don't know by now, like,
You know how long you walked in?
Oh no, Rigo, I feel like he's waiting for it to slip up. Yeah, right. He's low-key waiting for it. Nothing else explains.
nothing else explains it. the 400 people on my live note aren't enough information.
I don't know, man.
Hey, see, Rigo's laughing, but he has more people watching his live over here.
My shit's away.